first image I had for side by side would be that in some quiet place, two artists working with different material, working from different disciplines, would coexist side by side in a room. And by being in an act of doing and making, gradually one of them would raise their head and be aware of the other working in the room, and their natural curiosity would lead them to go over or to observe or to try and dig deep into the roots of what was happening on the other side. This image has now progressed much further because the two artists, Leila Dalio and Helen Karnak, have now been chosen, and they've been talking with each other, and we've been building this side-by-side programme up, which is 3 weeks in Farnham and 3 weeks at the Siobhan Davis Dance Studio. And I'm still curious about how artists explain what is very deeply embedded in them, so that if and when they want to work together, they work from that place rather than the place in the present, the place where you're looking forward to making something. Instead, they're beginning to look back and to try and reveal in that backward-looking glance what really matters to them, and whether they can make what matters to them heard and understood by one other artist.
it's now about 6 months since our residency last year.
Yeah.
And the first time that we are back together in the studio, revisiting some of the ideas that we were taken by when we worked last year. And yeah, trying to test those further, take them further.
Yeah, so in between we've spoken about what we did and what that meant. We experimented with our materials in the residency and shared that, worked side by side and together. And now we want to sort of focus in and see which of those things we might move together with into the...
There was so much we were excited about. It feels like we have a huge pool of things to choose from in a way, and that there's some sifting to be done in deciding what we take forward. But yeah, so paper is one, isn't it, that it's been quite key in our explorations to date, and we're sort of revisiting today.
Yeah, and in the sense of exploring a material and finding out ideas about weight or tension or materiality. We chose several materials in the beginning, and some of them have really carried right through the process and will come with us into the next part of this. And so yes, it's paper that we've been experimenting with today, and I'm sure we'll see that coming into the final works that we make.
And also, I guess one key shift is more of a focus on the audience and what that communication might be. So we've been very much involved in finding out about one another in a shared, developing some shared practice in a way, sharing process. But yeah, what is it within this that we might want to share with the audience and how?
Well, at the end of the residency, we were talking a lot about what did this mean for an outside perspective. How could we relate it to things that we were interested in our own work? And now I think that there's been a shift to thinking about audience or how somebody might make sense of what we have made sense of in our time together. So taking a kind of step back and re-engaging and with a new
dimension.
In a way.
And a new layer.